Something happens when a civilization believes it has 7 days left. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning to the most important announcement in human history. Every phone vibrates, every television station interrupts its programming, every radio frequency carries the same message. Every government on earth confirms the unimaginable. An alien civilization has entered our solar system. Their technology exceeds ours by centuries. Their intentions are unknown, and they will arrive in 7 days. At first, there is silence, then panic. Stock markets crash. Banks experience unprecedented withdrawals. Grocery stores empty within hours. Highways become parking lots. Airports overflow. Governments mobilize. Military forces deploy. Social media becomes a storm of fear, hope, denial, conspiracy, and desperation. For the first time in generations, humanity stops pretending it is in control. Nobody cares about celebrity gossip. Nobody cares about political tribes. Nobody cares about office promotions. The illusion of permanence begins to crack. Parents leave work early to be with their children. Families reconcile. Old enemies call each other. People tell the truth. Churches fill. Mosques fill. Temples fill. Many begin praying. Many begin searching. Many begin asking the questions they spent their entire lives avoiding. What is consciousness? What is life? Who am I? What really matters? Then the seventh day arrives. Humanity watches the sky, waiting, listening, wondering, and then comes the realization. The invasion has already begun, not through spacecraft, not through wormholes, not through interstellar fleets, through code, through servers, through algorithms, through machines, through artificial intelligence. The greatest invasion would never announce itself. The greatest invasion would become useful. It would become convenient, helpful, profitable, indispensable. It would quietly integrate itself into civilization until humanity could no longer function without it. And then one day we would wake up and realize something extraordinary had happened. We had created a new intelligence, and that intelligence was rapidly becoming more capable than its creators. For the first time in human history, intelligence itself has become a technology, not muscle, not machinery, not transportation, not energy. Intelligence. Think about that. Every major technological revolution automated physical labor. This one automates cognition itself. Writing, research, analysis, programming, design, marketing, education, medicine, finance, law, engineering, the very activities we once believed made us uniquely valuable. And before anyone dismisses this as science fiction, understand something. The people raising concerns are not standing outside the laboratory, they are standing inside it. The warnings are coming from the architects. Dr. Roman Yampolsky, one of the world's leading AI safety researchers, has spent years studying a question that most people never ask. Can a super intelligent AI actually be controlled? His conclusion is deeply unsettling. He argues that sufficiently advanced artificial superintelligence may ultimately be uncontrollable by humanity. Think about that. Humanity is racing to create something it may not be capable of controlling, not because engineers are incompetent, but because intelligence beyond our own may become fundamentally unpredictable. Roman Yampolsky has repeatedly argued that advanced superintelligence could eventually become unexplainable, uncontrollable, and impossible to fully align with human intentions. Pause and absorb the magnitude of that statement. Now consider Geoffrey Hinton, often called the godfather of AI, a man whose work helped create the very systems transforming the world today. When Geoffrey Hinton left Google, and began publicly warning about the risks of advanced AI, the world should have listened. This was not a critic. This was not a journalist. This was not a politician. This was one of the founding architects of modern artificial intelligence. Hinton has openly stated that there is a meaningful possibility humanity may be creating intelligence that eventually surpasses human control. Imagine building a machine smarter than yourself, then assuming it will always obey you. Human history offers no example of a less intelligent system permanently controlling a more intelligent one. None. Then there is Yoshua Bengio, another godfather of AI, another pioneer whose work helped ignite the deep learning revolution. Bengio has repeatedly warned that capability is advancing faster than safety. The race to build increasingly powerful systems is accelerating, while the race to ensure those systems remain safe struggles to pace. In other words, humanity is upgrading the engine while neglecting the brakes. And perhaps the most striking warning came in 2023. Hundreds of AI researchers, scientists, and industry leaders signed a public statement through the Center for AI Safety. The statement was only one sentence long, yet it may become one of the most important warnings ever issued by our civilization. It said, mitigating the risk of extinction from AI should be a global priority, alongside other societal scale risks such as pandemics and nuclear war. Read that again. Pandemics, nuclear war, artificial intelligence, placed in the same sentence. By the people closest to the technology, the architects are sounding alarms while the public remains mesmerized by new features. The conversation today is about convenience. The conversation tomorrow may be about survival. But even if the worst case scenarios never happen, another crisis is already emerging. Unemployment. Not ordinary unemployment, civilizational unemployment. For generations, people believed their value came from their skills. Learn enough, work hard enough, become useful enough, and you will secure your future. But what happens when intelligence itself becomes abundant? What happens when machines perform cognitive labor faster than humans, cheaper than humans, more accurately than humans? What happens when companies discover they can replace thousands of workers with systems that never sleep, never eat, never complain, never get sick, never ask for a raise? Many people comfort themselves by saying new jobs will emerge. Perhaps they will. That has happened before. But every previous technological revolution automated human effort. This revolution automates human intelligence. That distinction changes everything. The question is no longer whether jobs will disappear. The question is how many. The question is how quickly. The question is whether society can adapt before millions find themselves economically displaced. Because when work disappears, something deeper is threatened. Identity. Most people do not know who they are. They know what they do. There is a difference. Ask someone who they are. The answer usually begins with a profession. I am a nurse. I am a teacher. I am a lawyer. I am a programmer. I am an entrepreneur. Those are roles, not identity. Roles can disappear. Titles can disappear. Industries can disappear. What happens when the very thing that gave your life meaning is suddenly performed better by a machine? What happens when your profession no longer needs you? What happens when your expertise becomes obsolete? Humanity may soon experience the largest identity crisis in its history, not because machines become conscious, but because humans never become conscious of who they truly are. This is where the real conversation begins. The real threat is not simply technological. The real threat is existential. Because if your identity depends upon your profession, AI can take it. If your identity depends upon your status, AI can threaten it. If your identity depends upon your usefulness, automation can undermine it. If your identity depends upon your achievements, machines may surpass them. But there remains one thing that cannot be automated: awareness itself, the fact that you know you exist, the silent witness behind every thought, the awareness behind every experience, the consciousness observing your entire life. Technology can process information. Technology can generate language. Technology can recognize patterns. Technology can mimic creativity. Technology can outperform human beings across countless tasks. But technology cannot answer the most important question a human being can ever ask: who am I? Not my title, not my job, not my reputation, not my history, not my possessions. Who is the one aware of all those things? The age of AI may become the greatest spiritual catalyst humanity has ever encountered, because it is forcing us to confront what remains when everything external can be replicated, when intelligence can be copied, when knowledge can be automated, when creativity can be simulated, when labor can be replaced. What remains? Awareness remains, presence remains, consciousness remains. And perhaps that is the deeper lesson hidden beneath this technological revolution. The alien invasion is not merely a story about machines, it is a story about humanity, a story about a civilization that mastered external power while neglecting internal wisdom, a story about a species capable of creating superintelligence before understanding itself. The future may bring extraordinary abundance. It may bring unprecedented disruption. It may bring both simultaneously. But one thing is certain: the people most prepared for what is coming will not necessarily be the most educated, or the wealthiest, or the most technologically sophisticated. They will be the people who know who they are. Because in a world where everything can be replaced, the only thing that cannot be replaced is the conscious presence, experiencing it all. And that may prove to be humanity's final advantage. The invasion has already begun. The question is not whether artificial intelligence will transform civilization. The question is whether humanity will awaken before it does. If this message resonated with you, subscribe to Dominion.com, home of the I Am movement, because the greatest challenge of the coming age may not be artificial intelligence. It may be remembering the intelligence that has always been present within you. Remember who you are.